Good day, Philadelphia. It is Thursday, the 29th of August. I'm Don Tollefson.
And I'm Donya Archer, in for Tracy Matisek. Here's what's happening today.
Hey, Donya, in our Making the Grade segment, we'll show you how students can beat both the stress and time management blues.
That is right. And choosing a stockbroker can be pretty costly if you don't know what you're looking for. Good Day's resident financial planner, Steve Sanders, will be in with some inside advice. And he's made all the stops on the comedy circuit, and now he's in Philly. We'll have you laughing when former singer turned comedian Gary DeLana joins us in our studio. Schnackies?
Well, our news beat this morning kind of subbing for Grover Silcox here at the Magic Brush Art Studio just off Oxford Circle in Philadelphia. We're going to be painting with Jack Kolber and Chris McCary, trying to show you the wet-on-wet technique and show you how to paint things like this in just one day. Good day, Philadelphia.
Circle, what's going on, Steve?
Well, Don, I'm in a local art studio with Jack Kolber, a local artist this morning, and Jack's going to teach me the impossible, right, Jack?
Yeah, today I'm going to teach Steve to do a ocean scene, and we're going to do it in about an hour. Good day, Philadelphia.
Back to you, Donya.
All right, thanks very much, Andre. And I know you would have loved this assignment, but we had to give it to Steve Keeley. Many of us have bought a beautiful painted landscape to hang in our homes. Yes, I do that all the time.
Recently?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure you have.
You know, I get those sports posters and rock and roll posters. I love those Fillmore posters.
Oh, yeah.
The old rock and
Those
roll
are great.
concerts. That's what I get.
You know what you love? You love the dogs playing poker. I know you do.
No, stop it. I do not have that. I have
Me too.
sports and rock and roll, but I have a landscape or two.
Somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure, in storage. Yes.
Well, imagine being able to paint your own picturesque landscapes. One local artist teaches people to do that in a very, very short period of time. So we sent our Steve Keeley to Oxford Circle for a painting lesson. And Steve, I know earlier you said you reluctantly were off the hard news beat to do this, but we know you are an artist.
Get the kids along.
I'm trying to be an artist, and I'm going to try to learn to be an artist today. And you guys can learn with me, because we're with Jack Kolber. He's taught hundreds of people here in Philadelphia to paint here in his art studio off Oxford Circle. And Jack, you're here to teach us again. You're going to talk about a certain technique that you teach.
Yeah, Steve.
And that's called what?
It's the wet-on-wet oil painting technique, and Bill Alexander brought this to the forefront about 25 years ago doing shows on PBS. And what we're going to do today is we're going to do an ocean scene. I've already put some magic white on the canvas. This is the wet-on-wet oil painting technique. And what that means is I put magic white on the canvas is wet. It makes it slick and tacky, and that allows us to blend colors onto the canvas instead of using a dry canvas. That allows us to do a complete painting in a short period of time. In traditional painting, you would have to work on a dry canvas first, and then you'd have to let part of that painting dry before you could put the highlights on. With this paint, we use a thick paint first, and then we highlight with a thin paint, so we can do the whole thing at one time.
And if you're an impatient guy like me, you can get a full painting done
exactly
in an hour.
right. You don't want to spend a lot of time doing this.
All right, so let's start this, and we'll come back in an hour, and this should be finished.
I sure hope so,
And
Steve.
you said it's going to be a Caribbean ocean scene.
We're going to do an ocean scene with some palm trees. Yes, we are.
And my Caribbean scene will probably look like Edgewater just ripped through this island. And, all right, so we'll start. So you showed me a little bit.
We have a little bit of alizarin crimson on the brush. You're just going to use your X stroke and go straight on across.
An X stroke, so you're just like making...
Well, it's more like backhand, forehand. You have any children,
Okay.
Steve?
No, not yet.
Okay, well then you may not know that stroke. And,
Okay.
And come up another step, up
Okay.
the next level, and just lay a little bit of that in there. That's it. Just smack it in there. As Bill says, show no mercy.
Okay.
Cool. Okay.
All right.
All right, that's fine.
Basically it. Okay.
Give me that brush.
All right.
And we're going to go in a little bit of alizarin crimson. I mean, a little bit of was alizarin crimson. A little bit of Prussian blue. Start at the top.
Okay.
Now, once again, use your X, but don't be so
Just
crazy with the, that's it, nice and loose. As you come down your next layer, you're going to press a little bit lighter, and it's going to mix with the magic white, help become a little bit lighter, and then it'll come down another half a step. And we're just right now applying the paints, and we're going to soften them a little bit later. That's going to be your horizon.
Okay.
Good, Steve.
All right.
All right.
All right, Jack. Well, look, that's what it looks like now. Take a good picture of this. Donya, you won't recognize this blank, empty canvas. It looks kind of like a French flag right now, but believe it or not, it's going to look like a Caribbean island when we come back to you about 8:20. So, and we'll show you Chris McCary. He's over here. He's a 10-year-old kid, and look, he's got a killer wear going. He started that maybe 30 minutes ago, and you can see it's already coming to fruition there. Another version of Free Willy, I guess. All right, Chris, we'll join you too, and we'll also see your finished product. And we'll see you back here from Oxford Circle in about an hour. Donya?
Good job, Steve.
How cool is the whale?
It's unbelievable. You know, Steve's doing a nice job. It's like the old school of thought that you're a poet and you don't know it.
Yes.
He's an aspiring artist.
He actually is. In fact, I have not personally seen any of his paintings, but I know that he does do some paintings. Some abstract expressionism.
He does
He's getting it all out, you know.
Finger painting with his blender. But coming up, it's the start of another News. Will give us an overview of what's going on.
That is right. Plus, our Steve Keeley will be back to mark his progress at Oxford Circle. Steve?
We are not at the Evelyn Wood School of Speed Painting. We're at Jack Kolber's Magic Brush Art Studio. Jack's going to just start a painting right now. We'll have it finished in just a couple of minutes.
When Good Day Philadelphia comes right back.
It is 8:12 right now.
Of course, during the first hour of Good Day, we learned how easy it can be to paint what looks like a very long-term piece of artwork.
Yes, it was. And our own Steve Keeley, in fact, found that it is so easy in a particular sort of way. This past hour, he has been creating his own masterpieces. He joins us now live from Oxford Circle with more and perhaps getting a little bit closer to his finished masterpiece. Steve?
Well, Danya, I know what you were thinking while you said that. So easy, even Steve could do it. And you're correct. And we're going to show you what Jack Kolber just did. We showed you right before the commercial break, him just starting out on a blank canvas. Look where he is now already. That's how simple this is. I mean, Jack's not even that great of an artist, I'll admit it. He's just a good teacher. But look how fast he did that. And this technique, this wet-on-wet paint oil technique that he shows and teaches here in the studio is fantastic. And you can do stuff like that even if you've never painted before. You can do something like that in like 20 minutes or so. Jack, we're going to show you another one of your accomplished students, 5 lessons for Chris McCary. And he's got Free Willy here. Chris, how simple is this kind of technique?
Pretty easy.
And what do you think of your work?
Pretty good.
What do you think of this thing now? Tell us about this painting.
Not as good as my other ones, but I think it's pretty good.
How long did this take you to do this morning here?
About 20 minutes.
And where's this painting going?
Art
museum, maybe?
I'll probably keep it.
All right, Chris, good luck with your painting career. Only 10 years old, and he's got a pretty good career already. And, of course, I started painting at 7:20. Jack, let's show him the finished masterpiece here as we frame it.
Yeah, there's Steve's painting.
Folks, believe it or not. What do you guys think back there at the station?
That is very,
great.
very
Not
nice.
bad, huh?
Very nice.
And that's Jack's teaching for you, okay? And Don and Danya, of course, there's only one way to sign off here from an art studio, of course, and that's to paint our way goodbye. So, I don't know if you can see me, but so long, folks.
Hey, where'd
Good
you
Day
go?
Philadelphia.
Steve, come back.
I want you back.
Unbelievable, man. You know what's really going to enjoy that? Kent von Herzenberg, our business manager, when the voucher comes in for the camera.
Oops, we ruined a camera.
Oh, unbelievable, man. You know what really amazed me? The size of the brush. That really looked like a house painting brush, didn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, we didn't get to see some of the intricate details of making that painting.
Yeah.
At the beginning, you know, it really did look easy. Like Steve said, if Steve can do it.
Well, he was self-deprecating. We
Yes.
were not going to say that.
No.
Even though it was written in the script that way. We're not going to.
We're trying to be nice
We're not going to
there, but-
mention that. We tried to ad-lib a nice little thing.